Chévere.
Ahora sí.
Ok, a ver. Tengo... ah, creo que podemos colocar esto de acá. Lo voy a compartir. ¿Sí? Me parece que estas son las indicaciones que tenemos que compartir, ¿verdad?
Ujú.
Ok. ¿Te gustaría empezar?
Okay.
Sí.
Okay. Could you go up, scroll up?
Ok.
All right. Well, hello, Monica. Thank you for taking the time to do this. And first of all, I gotta say that I really enjoy your session. I think it was very productive. Considering the items here about conducting an online session, I I've listed all of them. I noticed all of them in your session. What I would highlight is the fact that your students seem to be aware of what they have to do. That tells me that you have not only uh, instructed them what to do, but you also reinforce it because there's no need for to repeat and repeat instructions, and they get it. They get it quite fast. And another thing that I would highlight is the use of the target language, which is something that I am struggling with because my English 3 class is they are all like very, they are real beginners, and they have this tendency to translate and to use Google and to use translators. And even though I tell them every single session to avoid that, it's something that I'm still struggling with. So I was positively surprised by how you managed the session. Even with the weak students, you never fell into the temptation to use Spanish, which is great. I hope I can do that, and I'm definitely taking that from your session. Could you move scroll down,
Of
please?
course.
All right. Well, I think that that's another thing that I would like to highlight. Everyone was given the chance to talk. Everyone, even though you had some volunteers, you also nominated them, which is great, right? Because everyone needs to have the chance to use the language in the session. And again, the moment that you call out their names, everyone was ready to talk. So even the reluctant ones, even the reluctant ones were forced to talk. Okay, so that's great. That's great. And the only thing that was a little bit tricky, there was a student when you asked them, when you wanted them to paraphrase the instructions or something, they were like in Spanish and I don't know or something like that. But I think you handled the situation well. So your class management was very nice. And at least from my point of view, from my perspective, uh, you were ready for the session. It was evident that you had reviewed the material and you knew exactly how to. Your transitions were very nice. How you went from one activity to the other, it didn't feel as when you just move on, but the transition was very clear, very evident. So that's great. I really enjoy your class, and I'm definitely taking a lot from it to apply in my English 3, which is a little bit problematic for me. Uh, that's it. I don't know if you would like to comment on my session.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely notice that we have different group of students, but I guess that that's what happened with all the groups. Now,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we have good groups. However, I must say that we've been practicing this from day number one. I really don't like to speak in Spanish in class. Well, with the camera, I try to help myself, especially because this English 3, the level is like it's intermediate level.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw the first days that I noticed that they couldn't do some kind of activity, so they didn't understand. So I talk to them and say, guys, if you can't um, do basic sentences, we are in trouble because this is intermediate. So you must start practicing. And I think that was, they can see this in their first grades. No, the grades were not the best. So now they are really studying for the lesson before, no? And some days they have problems because maybe the topic is not really interesting for them, or maybe they have a lot of things at university. So we have good weeks and not such a good weeks, but we try to. Talking about your presentation, it was something that I like because sometimes, well, I never watch my own videos. It's not something that I do, but now that I can see
Me
and
neither.
I like that you highlight many things, the objectives, you highlight the task, the useful language, and I sometimes just underline them. But I think that when I saw your class highlighted, looks better. It's more appealing for the students to see this. They can pay more attention. So I think that is something that I'm going to start doing on my classes. And definitely you are very patient because they were all the time asking things in in Spanish, and they were telling you a lot of things. Uh, so yeah, you were I think that that's no I always try to give them the some tools. I give them a dictionary, the Cambridge dictionary, English, so they start looking for it. And when I notice that they are texting, because in my group that happened too, they are translating, you know I try to ask very quickly another question, so they don't have time to do that, so they need to use the language, no. So that's something that I think that you manage. Something that is really difficult for me, but I noticed that you finish in the time, was finishing the class, because
Yeah.
it's very difficult to have 55 minutes and to start and finish everything, no.
Mhm.
So sometimes even I have to change the activity so they can really move on, no, because sometimes if I do just all the activities, we cannot finish as I would like to. So but I noticed that you finished the class with the exact time, so that's something that I was surprised. I sometimes I cannot do it. So I think that was something that I wanted to tell you as an advice, because when my last PTT observed me, told me I was doing like you, like they take the picture of the activity,
Mhm.
but he taught me how to share the PTT to all the groups. So I don't know if you noticed that when I send them to the groups, I say, okay, and I close my PTT and then I share it again. That's how I share the PTT for all the groups. All of them have the same.
Oh,
Um,
didn't know that.
and my PTT told me, no, Monica, you have to use the Blackboard here. So you are not doing it, and I
Oh, okay.
have to look for it, and I did it. So
Great.
now I do it all the time. No, I share the same PTT for all of them. Yeah, the problem with the listening, yes, I don't know how you did it. I don't know if you fix it. I have to upload my PTT to my Outlook account, and from there I play the listening, because when I download it, I couldn't, they didn't listen. So that's how I fixed this problem.
I did
But
that, but when I do that, the students who have a low bandwidth, with a bad connection, don't listen. So that's
um,
why I try to share it from my computer. Every time I have uploaded it, some of them, the teacher I can't hear, or teacher it's breaking up, teacher.
yeah, I think
Mhm.
that the problem with the listening is something that we try to fix, no, that we try to do something, but I think that maybe the university have to do something so everybody can really work, no, because what happens to you happens to me in different times, no. So
Mhm.
I think that they have to do something with that. um what else? Yes, I was checking that. Yeah, we have. I was really happy to see us. I had students like yours, but something that I was really amazing to see was that you all the time you were cool, really chill. You have to work with what they can give you, and well, yeah, the participation of them are not um continuous, but I think that you did a good job. So I think that that would be, no. I am going to take into account how you highlight your presentation. I think that was, and how you manage the time, and also how you, well, the attitude to the uh, to that you have to the students, no, so they can really feel comfortable, and they can, even they have some limitations, they are eager to continue participating, no. That's something very important sometimes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for saying that, and thank you for your comments. And well, it was a pleasure, I guess.
No, it was a pleasure to thank you for your time, and I'll send you the recording so you can
Yes, please.
upload the information. Thank you,
Yeah.
Peter. It was
Thank
really
you.
nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you too. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too.